We're gonna be starting the game in just a few minutes here.
But yeah, we're playing that game I told you about and all that ghost and tricking. And we're in like, quite far in. You alright?
My chair fell over backwards.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, that's a clip.
Yeah, that's a clip, highlight moment, whatever.
Yeah.
I almost fell over earlier too.
Are you trying to die and get ghost tricks yourself, man?
Nah, I know the lore. No. It wouldn't work. I wouldn't get any powers this way. Alrighty. Hello, YouTube and Twitch, I guess. It's me, Waffle Guy, and I'm here with Coco.
Hello.
And we've also got Juju here on stream.
Yep.
So let's see. So we're doing Ghost Trick again, and now as far as I'm aware, Juju is like doesn't really know much about this game at all. If anything, I don't know.
Yeah, but don't care about spoilers, really.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess I'm establishing that because we're in the land of plot twists now. I guess.
Yep, and also just real quick, like this is probably might be the only time she might be in here. Could be wrong, but she's just kind of like, oh hey, the surprise pop in and all that, whatever. I don't know the way to best describe it.
Yeah, like
also,
like Nazo.
Yeah. Also, I tried using my new microphone I got, and for whatever reason, Discord's like, no, I will make you Ben Shapiro, but the microphone works fine in OBS, and I'm like, I don't get what's going on.
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties, and the new mic he's got, like he said, makes him sound like Ben Shapiro. We don't want that.
Only in Discord though. Like it makes me sound fine everywhere else though.
Yeah, it's weird. It might be his computer more than anything else. Anyways, I'm ready to play the game whenever everyone else is ready.
I mean, I am. You ready, hon?
Yeah, I am.
All right, let's go.
We're 15.
Chapter 15.
No, we're pretty late in the game.
Yeah. Well, dang, only like a few more chapters ago, and all like holy.
Let's see. Volume's still good, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, you're right.
Okay. Oh no, wait. I was about to make sure check on the volume and all that real quickly.
Oh, I got
Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. 10 years ago, a man named Sussel took a little girl named Lynn hostage, and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sussel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory.
You're gonna love this one.
Oh, God. Oh, my sweet Jesus. I see myself. The fuck? Oh my god, this hurts. I'm not caught off too guard by this because...
Yeah, like, we already had a pretty massive cliffhanger last night.
There you are, Commander Sith, finally.
A Sith Lord? Star Wars jokes incoming.
Sussel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up. I'll say I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together. This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sussel. And yep, we've already lost you, just because this is already confusing.
Yeah, yeah, this is gonna get real confusing real fast.
Get some ibuprofen ready, just in case. Anyways, dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep. But I know it's always darkest before the dawn.
Yeah, it's like what? I'm the bad guy? Or I guess it's not me. It's someone who looks like me and has my name or something.
Right. Yes. We're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man.
Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Have they now? By all means, let me have a look.
Slap.
Sounds like computer code is being inputted on her end.
What do
Yeah.
you mean?
It sounds like you're doing elite hacking on your end, like whatever is making that background noise.
No. It's just
She's downloading all the plot into her head so she doesn't get lost.
Yeah, she's just pirating all the freaking chapters in her head at once. Yes, we're very close. Wait, why that voice? Whatever.
We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well. Whoa, it's a freaking evil submarine layer and all.
Yeah. Well, now we know where that room was after after like the entire game.
Also, imagine getting landline service in a submarine.
Imagine.
Nice try, Inspector Cabanella. But you could never stop me.
Ah, jeez.
See ya, sucker.
He's
Great.
a
Now,
bad guy?
now we need to find our imposter.
Wait, there's an imposter among us.
So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? If that's the case, they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyway, there's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him. Yep, this is where I mentioned to you too, we get to freaking go 4 minutes in the past to revive people.
Yeah, this is like a major character or something, no big deal.
Yeah. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy, still unconscious, eh? I guess he hasn't been dead for very long then, no shit.
I mean, yeah, he just blackmailed us.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it.
Yo,
Here we go.
it's rewind time.
Rewind. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call.
That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. It gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive?
Oh. Why are you doing this?
Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course.
Classic.
Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago.
Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that?
Wrong! Also, dang, like, he feels no pain in his hand there. I was murdered by all of you! He just felt no pain whatsoever.
Yeah, he
on
just
there.
does not care.
Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner even though I was innocent, sorry.
Incorrect.
Jeez. Lynn, that girl who was right there where I was running.
Yeah, that was totally her fault. Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing in the park.
If that brat hadn't been there, I wouldn't have thought of taking a hostage. You could have just not taken her, even if she was there, you asshole.
That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard.
I agree. And finally, you, Inspector Cabanella.
Me?
If you hadn't done what you did, I would have never pointed a gun at that kid. If you were so proud of your spotless record. And my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth, me and Detective Jowd. Oh boy. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are.
I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway.
Take care of that. That was my dog.
Alrighty. I didn't hear anything.
He grabbed because he got comfortable, like usual.
Ah, great. Yeah, he has revive powers. Great.
Ye God. Well, fantastic.
Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. And I'm not surprised that he just came back to life because, you know, we know that he died already.
Yeah, that's just a thing that happens.
This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temsic. Pop.
Pap.
Yep. Pap pap. Revenge, that's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Think.
Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on?
Inspector Cabanella, he's awake.
My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanella character who just got shot is me?
That's right.
And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me?
I guess so.
I sure. Why not? But you couldn't be, could you?
Huh?
After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you?
I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sussel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need.
So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, do your thing, baby.
Here we go.
Where to start? So are you a manipulator too?
I have ghost trick powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures.
Anywho, I think you better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours.
Ugh.
If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky.
You're right, I better be careful. Look at him. There is that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead?
Alright, so what do you want to do first?
I honestly don't know, because I know the hint just kind of told us that we have to be careful.
Okay, we can use the telephone, except no we can't because we're in the past. We can
Right.
we can turn the lamp on. We can turn the lamp. We can close the spout lid. Rock the helmet. Examine the book.
Hmm.
That's about it without letting time progress.
Okay. Guess we could just look at the helmet, I guess, and just wait, I guess.
You
I
want to
don't
rock
think
it?
Sure. What's going on? Never seen the ghost world like this before. So you're here, are you?
Oh god, this is gonna get super confusing.
He sensed my presence. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? You get a nice fourth wall break there, I guess. Well, I mean, okay.
I mean,
yeah, I guess.
it's close. It's as close as it gets.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why you're wearing my face. But you may as well give up now. I control everything.
Damn it!
Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Ah. Wait, don't shoot.
So yeah, if you catch his attention, yeah, instant fail.
This other me knows the powers of the dead well.
Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You're practically shouting, "Look at me, baby!"
It looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Guess I better rewind the clock again, see if I can pick up any other clues. Yep. So I guess we have to,
yeah,
gotta let things play out for a bit.
yeah. Where do you want me to hang out while we're waiting?
The
Doesn't matter.
teapot, I guess, because I know he slams his fist on there.
I'm just waiting. It's
Because I
faster.
know there's no...
It's faster than going through the dialogue.
Oh.
Alrighty. Oh.
Hey, let's us go down there. Look at this place. What in the world happened here?
I think I'm starting to remember.
Huh?
Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death lying hidden here.
What? Another death?
Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here?
I thought you were talking about you.
I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby.
Oh, great. Pitcher man.
Pigeon Man.
Hey, come to think of it, where is that old pigeon guy? Great.
You can move the hoist.
Yeah, I guess we can move it. There we go.
Oh, that helps, I guess. Measuring device, another measuring device, a toolbox I can open. I can examine this.
Guess I would open the toolbox. There we go.
Well,
Yeah, we're now into 4 minutes before 4 minutes and all. Excuse me.
this isn't the first time we've done this crap, but
Yeah, I know. Are you awake?
I can sure use the banana.
Of course. I never sleep during work hours.
oh. Professor, do you recognize me?
There's only one crazy character in the white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things.
He didn't lose his memory because he didn't feel like it.
Yeah, but never mind that. Cavanella, this was quite a surprising guest you brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place. Are you talking about me?
Oh, this is a different guy. And I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my shop friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back.
Pitiful. Ouch, that hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is.
But aren't we already in the past, man?
But we can go back even further. I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cavanella. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead.
Oh, jeez. Let's do the time warp again.
Here we go. Oh, sweet Jesus. Even further. What the hell?
How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous.
Don't be trapped. I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it...
He's not dead. He's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit.
Ridiculous. So you figured it all out, huh?
Yeah. Thing to do, but not really. Always.
You're a clever man, Inspector Cavanella.
So it's really true. You're...
I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector.
Oh, joy.
But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. I control everything. This shell, people. Just like I controlled the Justice Minister in Lynn.
So it's true.
So that-
You were manipulating my baby that time?
So that is us. You just killed us and took our body. Got it.
Great. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that?
To create conclusive evidence, you know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Zhao did.
That's cold.
Ooh, yeah, cold indeed. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. You must die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh yeah? So why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room.
And he's just gonna let it happen.
This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to do, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Professor, look out!
Get down!
Yeah. Dang. Well,
That's something. Dynamite, eh? When the devil did he put that there?
he planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear.
His corpse disappeared.
That medical examiner, remember him? Jeez, that's like the beginning of the freaking game.
Jeez.
He was a complete and utter imposter. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back.
Oh, what a twist. The
Dang.
doctor out of nowhere.
But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby.
You saw through their plan, eh?
I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. Yeah, he just poked his stethoscope around a bunch, and that's it.
Right.
I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off.
Bought him off.
I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead.
Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. But something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? Yeah, true.
No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past, to play even shittier games that suck ass.
Yeah, great. You had to insert that reference again.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done that for a while.
That's an Angry Video Game Nerd reference, son, in case you didn't get it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I hope you're enjoying all this, like, crap going on so far.
Yeah.
Alright, man, jump in there and stop the explosion, would you?
Easy enough for you to say.
Yeah, it is easy.
There's severe to say, too. If you stop the explosion, he'll just do me in some other way.
Fair enough. Then jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you?
I repeat, easy enough for you to say. And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye.
Well, what do you propose then, Prof, pray tell?
Your best bet is to save him during the explosion without him noticing. Or save me, sorry. Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with all these people?
Man, you got a better alternative? Anywho, jump in there and do something. Okay, what to do? I can't reach down there. And I can try opening this. Measuring device.
I mean, you could open the door, but I don't know if he'll notice it if he's, like, still down like that. It's no use! I can't open it! It's no use!
It's no use! Could the fact the professor is standing on it have anything to do with it?
I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set. You sound so proud of that fact, too.
Huh. This door. Such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor?
Yeah, that's why we're both dead. The door that opens downward, eh?
Anyways, I can reach the measuring device and... Oh, never mind, I can reach this other thing.
Oh.
And then I can reach
Yeah.
the balance thing.
Right. Do we need to wait for his thing to move to the other side of the, get on the other things up there?
What do you want me to do in the meantime?
Well, can't open the door. What's he holding?
He's got
Oh, yeah.
yeah, these. And then the balance toy. I can examine it.
Yeah, I guess we could. Fool, what do you think you're doing? I just thought I'd try it out. If you do, you're gonna set the contraption in motion. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
I just thought, he just thought he'd blow me up is what he thought. Oops, that was my bad.
Well,
But there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room.
yeah. Where do you want me to hang out while we wait? If we're gonna do that.
On the thing he's holding, I think?
This thing?
Yeah. 'Cause it moves around and all that.
And yeah, he was like, yeah, the thing goes off and Sissel's about to get up. Or whoever he is, whatever. And moving around just lag the game. Sure, we'll go with that.
Right.
It hasn't really moved anywhere significant. Now that I think about it, does he even move very much at all during this whole deal?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, he's off the door, I get... Well, never mind.
Could have opened that, I think.
Yeah, someone's always gonna be on the door.
So you don't think could have opened that in those few moments when no one was there on it?
There wasn't a moment like that. It's because the professor immediately gets on the door as soon as Sussel steps off of it.
Oh, we live in this country forever tonight. Okay, yeah. Just a race dialogue.
Yeah. Then he starts this thing.
Alright.
As you perhaps have already noticed, time is running out, baby.
Yeah, no, perhaps about it, I know. But you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here. It looks like it's all over. Unless I find another path, I'm sort of at a deadlock here. Sizzle. Hey, I know that voice.
So do I.
Help me. Where are you? Fine. Before I'm carried away.
Hmm? What's with the sounding call for help? Frail. Whatever.
He's here somewhere. A friend of yours? Yep, a little guy that looks a little fragile but has strength that surprises you.
You know who it is?
Missile. Well, he's asking you to find him.
Where do you think he is?
Um,
And before he's carried away, no less.
outside or whatever. But I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him?
Oh yeah. Since I can only move the camera around while like time is running, so yeah. I know where to pan the camera, but do you? Have an idea?
Up, outside, or whatever.
I can't go up any further.
Okay.
Oh, cool, rats.
Ah.
Oh, well, there. Sussel, here I am. Yeah, it took me a little bit to find him before.
Yeah.
Because you can actually miss it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's...
Missile!
What are you doing there?
Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there?
No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out?
Of course! Here, let me come join you. Yeah, this game mechanic's back. Okay, here I am, Sussel.
Then maybe things will flow in a new direction.
Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. I mean, we changed Missile's fate, I guess.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop that explosion. Yeah.
No, we can't do that.
Okay, let's take care of that man in red then.
No, we can't do that either.
Oh my god. We can't do this, we can't do that. What can we do?
We let the explosion happen. Then we rescued the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. Yeah, and also, we got like a second left.
Oh, great.
It's really tight.
We're talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. Great. Okay.
Okay, yeah, we should probably switch to Missile. And see what we can do. He can reach a lot of things in this room.
Right.
If I get Sussel out of the way, I can get to the hoist, but that's about it.
Alright. Trying to see what would work here.
Well, oh wait, yeah, that's right, cutscene. Whoops.
Those squeaky guys are making a fuss about something.
Sussel. My animal instincts are starting to surface.
If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. There must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. A bigger commotion, eh?
Got any ideas?
Boy. I don't know.
Sussel can't even get down here, so it's up to Missile to do something.
Yeah, let's see. Trash can lid. Ah, okay.
Trash can, old magazines, and then that thing.
Says
Remember what Missile can do?
swap things.
Yeah, as long as they have the same shape.
Yep.
Oh yes, by the way, size does not matter, just the shape.
Yeah, I know. You could swap those little, like, magazines in the stair there together, but I don't know what that accomplish.
You wanna try it?
Sure. Oh.
Now that's what I call some proper commotion.
They're making like trash can dance.
Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing now myself, of course. It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back. I mean, what can you even do?
What a dangerous bunch.
Oh,
Hey, trash can lid.
there's a lid. Any ideas?
Let's see.
Or do you want to let it go, or I don't know.
Don't know, because we only have like less than a second left, so probably letting it go would be a bad idea.
Yeah, you might be right on that.
We can reach up there, but we can probably swap the lid with the tire, I think.
I can't quite reach it, so I'm
Hmm.
gonna have to let it roll a little more.
Alrighty. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, you can actually mess up by letting the trash can fall flat,
Ah, gotcha.
because then it won't be a circle. All right, is this satisfactory for now?
Yeah, I guess. Oh. Oh
Alright.
yeah, we can swap the freaking lid now with the floor.
With the this.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if he'll notice like here, but where we have to wait.
Look out!
Oh nope, did it last second where he couldn't really notice.
We had no choice but to do it last second.
Oh, I know. I was just saying, like I was worried if we had to wait
Yeah,
just
you
a
were
tiny little bit.
noticed that guy in red would have noticed.
Yeah. Sorry, little pigeon.
What do I even call this guy? Evil Sussel?
I guess.
Do we go with that for now, I guess?
Yeah. It's Sizzle, but he's a part of Lemon. There's for you, Inspector. They have a little job for you.
I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. Oh boy, it's that anime trope where whoever can perfectly calculate like what their injury is.
Yeah. Also, and like real quick, if you get tired and just want to go to bed or something, it's like you can. You don't have to stay for the entire stream because we're probably going to be going till midnight.
Mm.
So I let you know just so you didn't feel like you had to stay till we got done or
Yeah, I
whatever.
should have mentioned that. Yeah, we're gonna be at this for a while.
Alrighty. You alright? Fell down again?
No, what? Me?
I asked if you fell. Yeah, I asked if you fell down again.
No, I would have let you know.
Okay. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually.
God, that sounds awful.
Ugh. Well, welcome to being a part
I
of Lemon.
I mean, being possessed is already bad, but being able to feel what's happening while you're being possessed and you have like several broken bones.
Right.
Oh, that's awful.
I know.
Damn you. He died anyways from the fall. Well, I always like making those jokes where it's like, oh wait, he's still dead.
I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off.
Huh.
Sorry, Inspector Cavanella, I couldn't do anything to help you.
And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby.
Yeah, except... unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here.
Yay.
We averted his death. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead, not that you aren't.
I was just remembering the fact that, right about now, the real me has given the poor Justice Minister a real fright.
Ah.
Yeah. Couldn't do anything about that. I think that's you. I think that's...
What?
I think that's good, Sussel. Talking.
No, I think that was you, because Cavanella was talking now.
Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset. Excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that.
Oh, yeah. It's like, hey, look, we have a dog on our team now.
Yeah, he's just here. And what's this lively little creature?
This little doggy is the warrior who keeps Camila safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life.
Heh. Camilla. God's in heaven. What a terrible thing. That poor little girl taken hostage.
It's a cruel twist of fate indeed.
Wait just a minute. Miss Camilla is a hostage? Yes, we're sorry, little warrior. Miss Camilla, a hostage? What's a hostage?
Hmm.
I mean, can't blame him.
Yeah. Anyway, Inspector Cavanella. It's time to save your life now.
But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right? But this time it's different, right, Sussel?
That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camila, okay?
Okay, let's hurry up and get through this. Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. Yeah, he's just kind of here.
Yep. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cavanella is upstairs. So our first step is to get up there.
Sussel, I'll go up first and wait for you.
Ah,
Yeah, you can just dart up there.
okay, lovely dove. We need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it.
He's just on the ball.
Yeah,
He knows what's up.
yep. Thank God. Here we go.
I think it would be literally impossible to go up here if it weren't for that.
Yeah. You got grit, little pigeon. I better get up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out.
Whoops.
Missile's waiting for me. I better hurry.
I wonder if you can actually, like, screw it up just by waiting here. For, I don't know.
Maybe, but yeah.
There you are, Sussel.
Sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun.
I thought it would be by a bullet. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you?
There you go again with that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar.
Great.
Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then see Cavanella without him noticing. Ooh, it's even worse than last time.
Anywho, jump in there and do something. Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sussel. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just touch the icon. Yeah, I know. I like, funny to me, anyways. His music's great.
Oh boy, let's see what we can do and all that.
I mean, Sussel couldn't do much before. I'm just trying to see if
What
if
has the
Sussel
same
can do
shape and all? So I know the hard hats do, but we can't freaking swap them or anything yet.
Wait, what hard hat? I mean, there's this one, but what else is there that I'm not thinking?
There's like the other right helmet on the right side. I know I can't reach it, but I was just like, yeah.
Oh yeah, the knit hat.
Or knit hat. It looks like it's the exact same thing, just on the other
I mean,
side.
it's the same shape, so yeah. Anyways, it looked
Can't really do much here.
yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta do some.
Alright, I'll use the restroom while you're at that.
I'm back. Oh, he's gone.
Um,
Hello. Alrighty.
Need my
So,
water though because I've been all day having something feel like it's stuck in my throat, and I don't know why, but Okay, that helps. All right. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can really do right now, at least from what I'm thinking.
yeah, Sussel can't even go anywhere. I mean, you can go to
Yeah.
the hoist, but all that. I mean, that's not too helpful.
He can't go anywhere until the kettle falls.
So we just wait for that.
Yeah, and see what we do. There we go.
Alrighty, so turn this
Can't really
on,
do-
swivel this, but obviously he'll notice if I do that. Can't use the phone.
Yeah. Again, you think we have to wait more?
Well, what do you think?
Say we nothing's really changed except the kettle.
You want to wait?
Yeah, I mean, I know. Well, no, I don't think it would have the same shape as a lamp, but unless that's what I was supposed to say, I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably just wait because nothing's changed yet, except that.
Tell me when you think something meaningful has changed.
Okay.
Well, the game just tells you. Oh, did you see that? That bad Sussel turned around.
Do you have to call him that?
I mean, what else are we gonna call him?
But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks.
This is the only time he takes his eyes off of me, too.
If you have something to do it now. So take the first steps towards saving the inspector. Oh boy.
Alrighty, what's the plan? While he's turned around.
Don't think the kettle and the lamp share the same shape.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's missile, but you know we can also use Sussel to do stuff.
Yeah. Could always turn the swivel the lamp, or rock the helmet.
Ooh, he's about to turn back around. Alright, what's the plan?
Could rock the helmet down too.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Too late. Yeah, that's my bad.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we gotta... Okay, thank God we can just rewind here.
Yeah.
Without the evil monologue.
Guessing we should like knock down the helmet like when he's not looking.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. I was just a little too late.
Yeah, waiting and more waiting. Too bad we can't have a fast forward button. Oh, do you know he knows hearing that? Oh, okay.
Well. We managed to do something. We got the helmet down here.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Don't know, unless I know the helmet and the teapot share the same shape, but swapping them right now would be a bad idea.
The helmet and the well, they're not the same shape.
Oh, right.
They're definitely not. Concerned because Sussel can't even reach the stairs. Do you think Missile can do anything?
I don't know.
You want to wait this out, or
Yeah, because I don't know.
And yeah, Cabanela shoots him. Right on back. Anything different?
Not much so far. Well, except the stool's closer now.
Yikes, I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die? Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him.
Then why did you go to the trouble of shooting him at all?
Huh.
Time's almost up. That's enough chit-chat. That situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are our chance.
Ah, this again. Alrighty,
Oh,
anything
boy.
new?
Well,
I can think of something.
I know Missile's up over on that side, and Sussel can get on the stool and move it.
You want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever we're gonna do, we gotta do it fast.
Yeah.
Examine this. Jiggle the knit hat.
Yeah. That's the only thing we can do on this side, so... Okay.
It's on the stool.
Should we move the stool back?
Hurry up.
Okay, what is there that we might be able to...
And there's the hat.
The lamp.
Remember, Missile's here too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think here.
Anything here is off limits as far as manipulating and stuff goes.
True. So you have to still wait for like a last second thing or whatever?
I mean, what is there to wait for? He's gonna... Well, I mean,
don't know.
well, he's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna take the gun from Cabanela and then shoot him.
I don't know.
It's up to you.
As I say, I don't really know what else we can do here.
Yeah. We could do some setup. We can wait. You want to wait?
Did we already do enough setup? I think so. Yeah, let's just give it a second here and see. Yeah, nothing.
You still want to wait?
It said nothing's changed. We're at second 0.
Yeah, do you want to wait? Or do you want to do
Um,
something else?
I don't know, because I can't figure anything out here. Just wait. I don't. Waiting sounds like it's a dumb idea. What is there to swap with or whatever? No, nothing's got the same shape either. I think. Unless the
I
knit
mean,
and the...
we got the hat here. So, is there anything that can be swapped with that?
hat in the book, I think? I don't think so. Oh, okay.
Oh boy. This is another condition of the deal. Yeah.
These are all shoot. It's too late.
Again? I'm going to get shot again? Dang.
No way. Our chance is coming up.
The last split second, right? Leave it to me.
Would you look at that?
Yeah,
His bullet is hanging in mid-air between the gun and the inspector's forehead.
now's our chance. I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else. What?
It's our only hope. There's gotta be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet.
I never saw a bullet before. It has such a cute little shape, doesn't it?
I can check out this bullet shape on the top screen. Okay, got it. Now I know what it's shaped like.
Yeah. All right. Any
It's
ideas?
shaped like a hat. Oh yeah, the knit hat.
Off the hanging bullet with something else. Yeah, I can check out the. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Try that. Yeah, let's see the bullet. Oh, no, it somehow thinks he's dead and doesn't think that's unusual.
There's an option to swap it with the hard hat too.
Ah,
How well do you think that would have gone?
not very well. That would probably just knock him unconscious or whatever.
Well, I mean that's
I
better
don't.
than being dead, but no, it would have killed him.
I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act.
How? Like, you can see the big old hat on his face, right? Whatever.
Yeah,
And now I say
surprisingly.
again, I love knit hats. So warm and most of all soft. Oh, I think if he examined the hat, he would have said that or something.
Nah.
Did I do all right?
You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life.
And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over. Yay.
What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for.
All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor?
So you two were working together?
That's about the size of it, yeah? Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us.
I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all.
Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla.
You're right, Missile. And there's a certain guy you have to follow, too. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cavanilla, the man in red left. And now a new story is about to unfold, a new present. How are you feeling, you old crazy character?
Hey there, Puff. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Oh my word.
Jesus.
Used to be a little old thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm going to believe that. So what, the guy in red is gone, eh?
Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Yeah, sure. Damn it! You picked a bad time not to listen to me, buddy of mine.
Jesus.
Hmm.
Well, looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, I can't call it a complete success.
Again, better than dying.
Yeah. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tricking the manipulator. Okay, there it is. I better talk to them. I was busy looking for my charter for a second, but now I got it. Alright, let's go.
Laggy lag. It's great.
If I knew things were... Oh, sorry.
If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now.
I might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way.
Yes, sorry. I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen.
I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him.
Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost.
Here we go. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago? He's a fool.
His lag is ridiculous. I don't know why.
He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner, Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park. And finally you, Inspector Cabanilla. If you hadn't done what you did, I would have never pointed a gun at that kid.
Yes. 10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes.
Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it.
I'll telling you. Nice.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Gotta love
Fine.
how the mind likes to think.
Fine,
Sorry, I was about
fine.
to-
You're under no obligation to talk, of course.
So I was about to say, I just like how the human mind likes to just kind of fix English for you and all automatically and all.
I guess, yeah. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell.
But
I've just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that.
Cabanilla, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report.
Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right there and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My
Oh, no.
gun. Yeah, he's a fucking idiot for that.
Yeah, oh my god.
Wow.
This freaking reminds me of that one video I saw where, like, in this, like, interrogation room, apparently, the suspect wasn't patted down enough, so when, the police, like, left the room for a moment, he managed to grab his, gun and all that and just kill himself with it.
That is ridiculous.
I know,
Yeah, that's
and then the officer
incredibly
was just-
stupid.
And then the officer's reaction was just like, "Ah, damn it!" He just was not surprised at all, and he was like, "Damn it! Like you guys didn't pat him down enough and all."
That's just a normal thing for them, huh? Yeah, that...
It seems that way, but yeah, like that's what happened. Like they didn't pat him down enough to actually realize that he was holding the gun that he could have used in the interrogation room at any time against them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean humanity, people. How could you?
He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication.
Overseas communication?
For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communication networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country.
Oh, god damn it. Why do we have to get North Korea involved?
North Korea.
Or China? I don't know which is worse.
He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove that these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast. And the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office.
Those 2 inmates in special prison, eh?
We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out.
That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen.
The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight. On a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal.
Submarine?
But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands.
Right. Highly unlikely that he'd use them for peaceful purposes.
And now they have that little girl as a hostage.
Camila.
We have to stop him before he leaves the country. Great.
This spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you?
Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life.
Then your life, eh?
After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulative case.
Ugh. The manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much?
Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Gerald shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's going to prove that Jout is innocent.
Ugh.
He's not. So he's not a dick. Well, not
Yes.
completely.
What incredible determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison?
That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. Okay, so this doesn't take place in Germany, clearly.
Eh.
Yeah, if you didn't know, attempting to escape from prison in Germany is not a crime because attempting to achieve freedom is considered a human right. Now, if you commit any other crimes in the process, like shooting someone or something, now yeah, you're gonna get charged for that. But attempting to escape prison in itself is not a crime.
Gotcha.
It's pretty neat, I guess.
Right. Ugh.
I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know? As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby.
Yeah. Eh.
It might be is it legal to, do that, to show him off before the Justice Minister and all that, instead of just taking him back in or something? I don't know.
Depends on your jurisdiction.
I guess.
So that's it, eh? But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Link completely misunderstood your intentions.
Ha! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. Like going back. Alright.
Yep. Richard Man. Mr. Superintendent. Do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know? I used to be part of the police.
Great.
The police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner, I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There was no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. Or an unusual corpse.
Yeah.
That's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity too. That's the only way I can describe it too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, alright, no question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch, but I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do.
Hmm.
Beautiful. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalp went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. Oh crap, this is like what happens
He has
to
the
me.
healing factor. Great.
Great, this is like what happens to me, except I have to fully die first. Beautiful.
Nice.
And that's how it went, and no scarring or blood either.
So he's got like a super OP killing factor. Got it.
And I never had the chance to solve the mystery.
That's because the corpse up and vanished on us.
The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there was one way the corpse could have disappeared. Magic? What's that?
Magic. Might as well be at this point. This is ridiculous.
Ah, yep, revival like me even gets up like I do now that I realize it. Well, it's like when I've died, I just kind of went up and was like, what the fuck, man?
He is kind of just up and left, I guess, right?
Yeah, he's just like he just walked out the front door of there, whatever, and no one found it unusual. It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own. What? Oh yeah, also reminds me what I could have done in high school at certain points as well, because no one gave a shit. He was dead, but he wasn't dead.
Oh. We saw with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him.
And he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body. Oh my god, why do we need to get radiation involved now?
Yeah, yeah, like healing factor, immortality, comic book superhero shenanigans. Or play
radiation.
here.
Great, radiation now is involved. Radiation? What the fuck is that?
I use all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown.
Aliens, great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not saying it's aliens, but
But it's fucking aliens. Wait a minute, could it be...
Deoxys?
Yes, Deoxys. Is that you?
I mean, Deoxys is like a virus or something, right?
Yeah, but hey, Deoxys is now visiting this world and is planning on taking it over.
Yeah, the Pokemon and all.
Yeah.
That's right, it was coming from that meteorite fragment. I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as out of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner.
Jeez, that is some dedication to
Yes.
this case. I mean, I can't help but respect that, honestly.
Yeah, I have to respect that as well.
Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and a manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush?
Oh boy.
It was about a year ago, I say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temsic. Is that you, baby?
Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball?
Yeah, who just walks in, strikes a pose like that? I was investigating the manipulator case then, and when I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite, when I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. Hey, Phoenix Wright's here too.
Yeah, hey Phoenix.
Yay. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and Temsic were somehow connected.
Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise little girl made for her mother.
He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. Ugh.
Ugh. And that explains why it might have been it was loaded as well.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you know, you're right. Didn't
So
think
that
of
contraption in the basement here, you built that to try and help Detective Jowd?
That's right. Jowd and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried.
Camilla told Jowd it did something it shouldn't have, made an impossible move.
I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire.
So that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption.
As a result, We proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Huh. Pretty clever.
Hey, Lynn.
Oh man, it's been a while.
Inspector Cavanella.
Hey baby.
Yeah. Hey, hun.
Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to.
Is that really the image she had of him? Inspector Cavanella, I'm sorry, I just heard. You were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jowd.
This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved.
So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. That is a dangerous line of thinking.
Yeah, dangerous quote. Yikes, I agree.
Tonight. I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Oh, hey.
Yeah, we
Down.
have the whole Scooby-Doo crew here.
Yeah, we got the whole gang here.
We even have a dog to boot.
Yeah, a dead
The
dog, but a
minister-
dog nonetheless.
Yeah, the minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too.
He can just do that? Jeez.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a pretty extreme while he was at it.
I agree. But hey, it's my favorite character. Well, one of Jowd.
Ugh.
Sorry it took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second.
Child.
Uh,
5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day.
yeah.
Yeah, oh, it looks so off with the prisoner clothes.
Yeah, it clashes, but I mean, hey, he's got the coat.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for this day to come.
When we have to fight off an evil spirit that's trying to get everybody killed. Yeah!
Yep.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. This present you gave me, it's just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it.
Sussel, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and the phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their call. We'll get you hooked up somehow, you'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please? Okay, fine, I'm counting on you. This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving Inspector Cavanella.
Get this man to the hospital.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. Yay.
We're gonna keep going if you're alright with that, but I do need to use the uh
Yeah, it's
bathroom real
fine.
quick.
We could definitely go. I will do the same thing too, so I'll be right back. Okay. Wonder if I beat. Yep, I did apparently. Hey, you're back. Or not question mark? Alrighty.
Hey, I'm back. I
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I might, if I don't forget, or if I'm not too lazy, I'll edit that out.
Yeah, although I think I read that freaking you can mic me as a Twitch editor and all, and I can do highlights for you, but
Oh, I can
worry
do
about
that.
that later
Well,
on.
that would be cool if I, yeah, but we'll figure
Right?
that crap out later. Maybe not
Lynn kept their
tonight though.
promise.
Oh.
Yeah, Lynn kept their promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Ding, it's for you. Hello?
This is
This is
Jowd.
Oh, whoops.
Sussel, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you.
Here we go. Oh, okay.
Well,
Well, you better get going.
okay, don't stare at the screen, please.
This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, it's like that whole Dora thing and all. Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. The other end of the phone line. I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I'd better go.
Ah, boy.
Ah, Blindy. A single telephone line connects me and the other Sizzle, but that single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people.
and I just reached the center of the web. Welcome to the Yonoa.
Detective Jowd. I know who it is. My bad. Habit.
Hey,
My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind. Hey, it's a Sith Lord?
hey, God, I thought you tracked us here, especially as you're a thorough, mate.
And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. The submarine, eh?
But how did you find us, man? None of the police knew you know what was going on. I'm confounded.
We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. The useless bullet.
Yes.
The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. Yeah. So Cavanella was a complete idiot by shooting him.
Nice.
I have a little something for you. Yeah, this game is pretty good with the flashbacks. It doesn't play it nearly as... It's not nearly as obnoxious as Ace Attorney, and I appreciate that. Cabanella has given me some pretty weird presents in the past. But they always proved useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch.
Wow.
Yeah, there's...
Yes, Inspector Cavanilla. I heard he's an excellent investigator.
By the way, where is that man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere.
Sizzle, you mean?
Lap. How the fuck did Jow not notice him? You!
You can relax, it's nothing but his shell.
His shell, huh?
His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely, right about now. He's controlling your daughter.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please let her go.
Bah. There's something our nation needs. Sussel has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sussel has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip.
Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sussel has to offer, the source of his powers,
What in the world was that?
the Timsic fragment. It gives spirits special powers.
Huh.
Oh boy. So it allows us to defy rules and all. Got it.
It's the speed force. Nah.
And now our deal with Sizzle is concluded as far as we're concerned.
What are you talking about?
What a mistake to make, right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Zhao. Farewell. What the hell? Oh boy. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jowd! Where did he go?
Oh boy.
It's a blackout. What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I better find them and fast. Oh boy.
What?
There's a spirit there. What could this be? So you're here, huh?
It's Missile!
Meh.
Yeah, he's just here.
Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now.
How the hell did he get here? He can't use
Yeah,
the... As far as... I'm pretty sure he can't use the phones.
Yeah. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago?
I have no idea, of course. I don't know, maybe Lynn took Missile with her or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog.
What, with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better.
Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla.
Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out?
I'm sorry to say I don't think it can.
Why did I even bother to ask? Exactly. But you do have the power to swap objects. So let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together.
You got it.
The telephone's ringing. The telephone is ringing.
Wow! It's Miss Camilla. I just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me.
I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing.
You bet.
Alright, see what we can do. Can't touch anything there. What? Oh yeah, he's on that thing, but...
Basketball, baseball... Oh, yeah, that's right. There's the emergency lights. So... There's the phone. Hello? Hello, Miss Camilla? Hello? It's no use.
There's no use!
This black hello just doesn't like me.
Create a path for me, Missile. I'll come right over. Yeah, I could swap levers, but eh.
Oh, whoops. And there's the basketballs, I guess.
Right.
Anything you want to swap right now?
There's a baseball and the basketball.
You want to try that?
Yeah. Ah, there we go. So now we can make Sizzle hitch a ride. And then we need to swap that, oh god, what is it? Yeah, the baseball with a basketball or something to make them go down.
Alrighty.
Here we go.
Oh.
I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. I got a bad feeling about this.
This'll look. That black hello. It came off the hook.
Uh-oh, I better answer it fast. Alright, let's see what else we can do.
Oh, well, okay, never mind. We're just there.
Hello, is anybody there? It's her, the little lady. It's Sizzle, where are you? Somebody, please answer. I guess you can't hear my voice.
You too, huh? Oh, good. I thought she was ignoring me.
Somebody help me. Lynn is... She said Lynn.
Miss Lynn!
We'd better hurry.
Let's go, Sussel.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
Number
It's no use.
5.
Nobody's answering.
Right in front of Camilla, too. That's... Oof. Miss Camilla! And... Miss Lynn! Well... Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. It looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady. Say, I knew you'd come.
Miss Camilla! Miss Camilla!
And Missile too. I'm so glad to see you're all alright.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright, exactly.
Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before.
What, my voice?
That's right. Camilla has a core now, so that means... She did hear Missile's voice before when he saved her that time. So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you.
Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy.
Hey, Missile. Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while?
Huh? But don't you need my powers?
I'll see what I can do on my own for a while.
I mean, you could help. Whatever.
After all, you're the only one who can protect her.
Okay, I'll do it!
Thank you, Missile. I wonder what happened this time. Better talk to the little lady a little more. And then... I better do something about the detective lady.
So, you want to talk to Camilla first, or you want to just go for Lynn?
Yep. Let's talk. Can I talk to you for a minute? Yes, sissy? Can you tell me what happened to you? What happened after I last saw you at your old house? Oh, let's see. After that, I think I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of an engine. So she was already in the submarine by then, eh? I thought to myself, I have to escape. The next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired I couldn't move. And then... Camilla! I was so relieved. I don't remember what happened after that. She must have passed out, the poor thing. You've been through so much. You were very brave. I think Lynn's probably been through more than me. You've both been brave. Alright, well, time to get to her.
Yeah, we gotta turn the thing, right?
Turn the wheel.
Alright, Lynn.
What happened this time? Oh god, why did my phone have to freaking turn sideways? Oh, Sizzle, you're here! Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. Huh?
Great.
I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. And where's Detective Jowd? Is he alright? I don't know. Huh? The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanilla fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jowd and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jowd and I decided to split up.
And search for clues.
Yep. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. Well, that's quite an adventure. What happened next? I don't know. Huh? There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy, it sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. Great, oh great. Camilla, are you okay?
Oh.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Camilla? So dang, holding a freaking ruffle like that. Hello, Lynn, or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead.
Funny story. People have called the phone specifically for me several times now.
Right.
So I guess he doesn't really know about me. Also, just like beginning of the game, one-arming it. Oh, and by the way, this is a child doing this. Now,
yeah,
but
and
I mean, whatever. I don't think Evil Sussel really cares about the recoil at all.
And it looks like supposed to be some sort of like atomic gun or whatever kind of assault type gun, and also that would like hurt a lot more.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it killed her.
The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Well, knowing him, I have expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted, to be executed by his own daughter? Ugh.
That's fucked up.
Yes, ugh. I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what I've... What in the world? An explosion? Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I had... Look out! Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not. You're not him. She's right. I'm not him, am I? He was going to shoot Detective Jowd. As Camilla when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible. Anyway, let's bring you back to life again. You didn't have to add the again part. This is like the 5th time in the night. So let's see. The cause of death this time was that mysterious explosion. You're pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery. It's like a shot of vitamins. And what do you mean for a dead woman?
I think we've earned these sarcastic quips considering how many times you died.
Yes. Anyway. I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion. Alright, let's do this thing. Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective. I'm afraid by my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are.
We got one.
Yeah,
It's been a while. I was thinking maybe he was like knowing what things are
Yeah.
again.
Can't go a effing stream without somebody not knowing the basic stuff.
Can't
Alright. See what we can do here.
reach.
Oh,
the
God
wheel.
damn. We gotta
Actually,
wait.
I can't reach anything.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we gotta wait.
Well, evil Sussel will kindly help us out here. I've actually never tried manipulating something in front of Camilla here. I wonder if the same thing will happen as the last time.
Alright.
And
Yes. Still
gotta
nothing.
wait for Camilla to one-arm the rifle.
Yep, before we can actually, like, do a thing. Telephone! There we go.
Is it even possible to manipulate anything in front of Camilla? Well, not really. I mean, we can turn this, but... never. Anyways, phone, you wanna...
Yeah, let's see. Oh, wait, no, okay. I thought it stopped for a second.
Yeah.
It's no use! I can't get the line to work! That's funny. I thought I could use the phone in the past if somebody was calling. What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly.
Yeah, that...
Well, don't look at me. I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now. Somebody please answer the goddamn phone. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself. So we gotta knock the freaking thing down. Alright.
Turn the handle. We can turn the wheel.
Start turning stuff.
Useful.
Yep, alright. The wheel.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
There
okay,
we
that
go.
was easy.
Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver. Somehow managed. Who's to say that's not how I planned it? Come on, hurry. Now's your chance to get on the phone. It might be Detective Jowd. Ugh. She's right. I'd better check it out.
Alrighty. Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, if you're coming, we're leaving.
I think we should go there because we got nothing else we could touch around there.
True. So it must be true what they say. That there are restless ghosts on board. I mean, yeah. That is literally true.
Yep.
That
The
does
true
it.
fact.
I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom.
Who is he calling restless ghosts? Well, it's true neither one of us is really resting in peace. Anyway, it looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. I guess that means the fate of this sub has changed slightly. Oh,
Yeah, that-
my god.
Fate changed by technicality.
Yep.
My favorite.
Yeah, okay, that thing is repeat dialogue, I think.
Yeah. Bargaining chip. Bargaining chip. Yes. The Mega Stone.
It's Detective Jowd. What's going on there? I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get his Temsik fragment taken away. Oh boy. I don't get it. What's happening? They decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. They're just going to go ahead and steal the Temsik fragment. Huh? But that's cheating!
I
I think we have more important things to think about right now.
He truly is a Sith Lord?
Other than, like, what's cheating and what's not. Where's the Temsik fragment going to go? Oh boy, alright, let's see what we can do. Well, we can lower the levers.
2 Nintendo Switches. You wanna try them?
Yes, or the switches, let's go. It won't budge, maybe it's broken. Oh well, I guess I don't have to lower it right now. And if I had to move it, I could probably get Lynn to do it for me. Alright.
Turn the valve, and then there's the basketball, wastebasket,
Basket might launch the ball up, I think. I doubt it, but let's see. There we go. Oh, really?
Oh, come on now.
A freaking frame perfect glitch through that.
I tricked it too early. I'm too tricky for this game.
Yes.
Oh, neat. Well, there's the Mega Stone.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You have to wait. Do we have to wait things out?
Do you want to?
Because I don't see anything else we can do right now. Oh. Bingo.
You wanna? You
Yeah.
stay here?
Capsule. Doing.
It's a Sith Lord?
The Temsik fragment. You're mine at last.
I can't stop doing the Sith Lord jokes. I love the fact his name is Commander Sith.
It's beautiful.
I will use this Temsik fragment to destroy the Jedi.
The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned.
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Dark Plagueis the Wise? He tried to reach immortality.
Say I have not.
Yeah, I know you haven't watched Star Wars. I'm just referencing the stupid meme.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Farewell, sir.
Sizzle, what just happened?
She is very lost.
The whole room just disappeared with Detective Jowd in it. Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jowd can take care of himself.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he only died once, and even then it was because of an execution gone wrong, but an execution nonetheless.
The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. I can't believe this is happening. No then, I better hurry along. Before Sizzle discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The Yonna will be his coffin. Oh, for Christ's sakes. May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sizzle! Ah, boy.
Hmm.
Interesting. Alright. Ah, so that's the cause of that giant explosion. Huh? What is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten.
Don't underestimate his power of forgetfulness.
The torpedo. It's like, well, you heard of a missile before, haven't you? Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind. It looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired. Okay, hit the switch. Or I guess stop first. We can't let it launch. But what can we do?
We can waste time talking about it.
Yeah. Let's just get to the torpedo as fast as we can. Maybe we can find a way to stop it somehow. Somehow. A true detective never gives up. Well, we certainly can't just ignore it. Alright.
Yeah, we should probably...
It hit the switch.
Oh, this will be close.
Oh my god.
Oh, boy.
Nice. We're riding on a torpedo. There's no time. It's gonna launch. Don't worry, we can still find a way to stop it. What? How? Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do. I hope. Why was I hope at the end the strongest part of that sentence? Okay, here goes.
Oh, boy.
Oh. That's alright.
Yeah, there's a rat here. Why not?
I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. But was this really the best move? I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too. How in the world did it get in here?
Very good question.
Do you know how a torpedo works? No, I can't say I do. Wow, detectives sure know a lot.
She knows how a torpedo works, but she doesn't know how what a microscope is.
I saw it explained once in a book.
Oh.
On impact, the fuse and the tip is depressed. That in turn sets off the detonator. The detonator, huh? That must be that red button. So how do we stop it? They didn't explain anything about that in the book.
Oh my god.
Wow, detective sure knows a lot, or not. Alright, let's see what we can do. I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. The spinning back things, right?
Back.
Heh, or black, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Apparently their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. They must be pretty heavy. I wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow.
We can stop them. We can operate the joint. We can examine the detonator. We probably shouldn't push it though.
Yeah.
We can stop this thing.
Alright, let's freaking start from left to right and just see what happens.
You want me to stop it? Or...
Yep. Let's just give it a try and see. Oh, okay.
Should we stop
This is
this
a
too?
joint.
Or...
Sure. Alright, what does the joint do? Oh.
Rat's in the way.
This looks like just the thing. If we can clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving. So what does that mean exactly? It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this. I have to admit, I don't understand all the details. But I do want to give it a try. But before we can do that, it looks like we have to get something out of the way first, huh?
Wow, the rats just wow.
Beautiful. Alright, well, what's underneath him?
Well, the only things I can possess are the gyroscopes, the joint, the detonator, which we obviously don't want to press, and striker, which I can't directly do anything with. So,
And
yeah.
stopping both of them and all that, like, some work. Alright. Got that. That right there. It's a stubborn little thing, isn't it? Quite a worthy adversary. You do know the rat isn't the main focus here, don't you? Okay, true. But until it's out of the way, we can't set the device safe. The
Safety device.
whatever. Right. Can't freak a spink, right? You're right. If only our missile was here right now. We have to get this little creature to leave somehow.
I already know what the answer is. What about? Just about?
Yeah, just stopping things at the right time and all.
Yeah. I messed it up. No. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
We're almost out of time at this rate. We're going to blow up the submarine. Uh-oh. We have to set that safety and keep the torpedo from detonating.
I'm trying to remember what the timing is. Maybe this? Probably not.
No, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Just rewind time then. We're out of time. Damn it, we couldn't stop it. I'm sorry, Camilla. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rat.
Nah, fuck the rat.
Yeah.
I've never seen this cutscene before. Because I miraculously found the answer on accident the first time I played. Yeah. Fantastic. How far back did we go exactly? Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna go back to like when we went through the phone and before the Sith Lord flew away.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be that way too. Okay.
I know the timing, but come on!
God, this feels like trying to do a slot machine thing. Yep, I think we're out of time.
Hold on. I think I know. Okay, there we go.
Oh, what the?
Okay.
Great, we dumped a little creature off. Oh, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for that safety device. Right.
You ready?
Yep. There, we clamped the safety device on. We did it! That should keep this torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem. Problem? What's that? Torpedo's still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Uh-oh.
Is she dead anyways? No, she isn't. Hooray!
What was that noise? Looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine. But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fates, including the little rats.
And the rat could still be dead from the impact.
Yeah. Sussel, we did it! Yay!
That rat
we
is so
did
freaking
it.
random.
Yeah, I know. What's the matter? You still look unhappy. We stopped the torpedo from blowing up. But we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. You're right, I guess.
I guess that's
It's
just
just-
what missiles do. I don't know.
Huh? Am I hearing things? Anyway. Guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right, I'm worried about Camila. Tick-tock, here we go. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Uh-oh. Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit.
It's not...
I gotta get them out of here. I better go meet up with Lynn. Oops.
Medium
My phone had a
fan.
freak.
There's a starter.
Right.
Can't reach that.
Well, I think there's only one thing to do there. Operate the starter. The lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. Unfortunately, I guess it won't run for very long. But maybe I can use its movements to help me create a path. I better hurry over to Lynn. It's not safe to stay here. And I just don't have the power to stop that water from coming in.
Can I reach?
Nope.
And I am being impatient. Okay, hold on. What about this? There we go.
Yay. Here we go. Do 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 do.
And there we go.
Awesome. Lynn. Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about it. That wasn't you.
Miss Camilla!
Oh, Missile, you're here.
Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do?
We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sussel should be along any second. I knew Sissy would come.
And Missy is here too.
I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now. Camilla!
Miss Camilla! Oh. Voice and Missile is gonna do is interesting.
I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do,
Oh, I think I'm going to cry.
or whimper, as the case may be, I better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here. A flashlight before it's too late.
Yeah, flashlight.
Quick, freaking the bat alarm. Or the bat signal.
Bad signal.
Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Sussel! He's here! Up you go. I'm glad you're here, Sussel. Sorry for the wait. It looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast. We better get out that door as quick as we can. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it.
Dang.
What? What does water pressure mean?
Not a good time.
Yes. Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. So the only way out of here is up, huh? Exactly. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up.
Man, this chapter's longer than I thought.
I know. I'm just like, my god, this is long. Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way... Yes? I can't swim, neither can Camila. Don't you have any good news for me? Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please?
Nice.
Let's see what we got to do and all that. Ah, yes.
Wait, hold on a second. Steam knocked something down.
Yep. So then we can get into the glove.
There's a fuse box. Remove the hook. We can open the door. Lower the switch.
The fuse box, I think. No, that did nothing. Okay, the lever or the switch. You did it, Sussel. Thanks.
Oh yeah. Can you hear the music just fine?
Yeah.
All right. There's a good reason I ask.
Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. And that Discord wants to do that thing because I turned up the volume a bit. Okay, I think I got it. Oh no. What was that? It looks like water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Aliens! Huh? Sussel, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know, you can fix it with your powers.
What?
Okay, now that's just taking things too far.
I mean, wanna try it?
It's not gonna do anything, so sure. Oh. Oh, hey, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question concerning the circumstances. Now all you have to do is get to that door and we're safe.
Oh god.
Great.
There goes the flashlight, and by extension, me.
Great. The whole submarine's flipped over and falling apart. Great. Ow. What happened now? It looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. I can't believe we're still okay after that fall.
Yeah, Camilla didn't get crushed somehow.
Yeah. Or died from fall damage. Either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet.
Trust me, you would know if he died.
Come on now, as if the latter could be true. Oh. What now?
This is probably the best music track in the entire game.
Oh, wow. The water sure is rising fast. It does sound nice. Come on. You'll just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks.
Oh yes, I made the mistake of. Oh wait.
Well, I think I see a familiar flame over there.
Sussel, there you are.
Hmm.
God damn it, lag with this music. Why? How's it going?
How's it going? I say it was going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you?
Of course. After all, just ask anybody who knows me how much I hate taking a bath.
Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself.
Oh god.
Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies?
Of course. Okay,
Yeah,
now
that
I made
soundtrack sounds
now I
really
made the
beautiful.
now I made the mistake of just thinking, oh crap, I can't move Sussel. Cause you can't. You have to wait a moment for Lynn to do this.
There we go.
Don't make. I'm just not making the same mistake as before, because I know it'll take forever if we do.
Yep.
We're not on a timer or anything. Totally not.
Yeah. Totally not, despite the
Wheel,
free-
pipe, shift.
choppy music, despite that.
Yeah, just listen to the OST for yourself if you want to hear it.
Yes. This is what you get for not having an NVIDIA graphics card.
That's what I get for not having a better computer.
Yep, and no GPU and no freaking NVIDIA graphics card. Also great. We can swap fans, but that's not going to help right now.
Gear, piston, fire extinguisher. Yeah, this is a pretty complicated puzzle.
Yep.
So instead
Boy,
of focusing on what we can't do, which is a lot of things, let's try focusing on what we can do.
Yes, please. That would
We
help.
can swap the pipes around. We can swap the emergency lights around.
Nah.
Ah, jeez. Hold on a moment.
Ah, this is beautiful. Or coffee. This is a good time for coffee. Look at that. I can actually spend a chance to actually research. No one in chat yet.
Alright, I'm back.
Alrighty.
Am I?
While you were gone, I was looking into what I could do for like Discord and all, and I have like ideas I'll try out later tonight and all.
Alright.
But you know,
See,
Alright.
we might end up finishing this game tonight.
but I think we have 2 more chapters to go. I think.
Still.
It's like near midnight, so you might want to save the other 2 chapters for another night and all.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Hey, what can Sussel do?
I forgot all the shit that we could freaking operate and all that.
I can swap around the fans.
Right.
Use a starter.
I could upgrade the starter, see what that does. Ah. These pistons sticking out right in front of me. It's like they're taunting me. Maybe it's a challenge. It might be just that. Think you can climb them? If I wasn't holding Camila, I could probably do it easily.
This'll. You're not telling Miss Lynn to leave poor Miss Camilla behind, are you?
Could you just be quiet for a minute, Missile? Those pistons sure do look like they could be used to our advantage. Alrighty.
So the question is, how to manipulate the pistons?
Yep. Hey, smaller fan and big fan.
There's a really small fan. There's this big fan, medium fan, and another medium fan.
How about we swap the fans?
Hmm.
Don't know if that's solve anything, but
Well,
hey, I'm just trying to think here.
Yeah, I get you. How would you want to swap them around though?
I don't know, just there we go.
Yeah.
Now I don't know where the smaller fan would be at though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where do you want? Well. Well, before we go any further, you want to see if the fans actually do anything?
Yeah, sure. Did that change how they ended up in the end?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, great. Okay, yeah, so this is like, hey, get the right fans in the right order and all, I think.
It's like they're silently pressuring me to climb them. Oh, I doubt they're doing that, Miss Lynn.
Looks like how much the pistons thrust out is related to how large the fans are. Hey, Sizzle, my arms are full, but my legs are free. If you could just move these pistons so they're a little easier to climb, I think I could do it. Okay, so in order to do that, we need 3 different sizes of fans.
Alright. So, where do you want what size of fans? We got a big fan, small, and medium.
Alrighty. So I'm trying to think where we should put those at and all. So yeah, I know the smaller fan did some there. Would like freaking moving the smaller fan around those spots do anything?
And we're basically trying to make stairs, though, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I was like saying. Alrighty.
That's the plan. Where do you want the large fan?
Bottom, because that should extend them out the most.
Try that. And where do you want medium? And where do you want small?
Medium should be middle, I think.
Do you want medium on top or small on top?
Small on top. Alright, let's see if we got this right here. Nice. There, how about that? Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me. You better hurry. I don't think that water is going to wait for you. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Enjoy the music
Cinco.
while it's not lagging as much.
You did it!
Yeah.
Now let's do more. Nice. Alright. Now our next part. Now this steam is getting in the way. It's too hot to get through. What? And there's no way to go around either. Think you can do something?
Of course we can.
We have to.
Alright, how do we go about this?
Well, first we should try and get Sussel back up there if possible.
How do you propose we do such? Let's see.
Let's see.
see, and then the stairs there, torpedo's still there.
I'm just messing around.
I'm just looking and trying to think and all. But the fans, I think. No, wait, no, can't swap them with Sussel in there once unless.
Well, I just flat out can't reach them, except for the large one, but
Can't reach the middle one. God damn it.
yeah. So when this submarine was the right way, you remember how we got through here?
I think I can't remember. My brain just like right now.
I mean, the sub is just sideways, basically.
Yeah. Okay. No. Can't do anything on that side either. I don't know what to do. I mean, I know the starter did have those things, but oh well, there's that. Yeah. Okay.
Whoops. If you run out of time in this section, Sussel actually starts past this part because it assumes that you just know.
Yeah.
I watched the save data. It was like a YouTube channel play this, and they got stuck here, and then the game was like, okay, fine, we'll put Sussel up there. Oh, joy.
Here comes that water again.
Oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you.
No, Missile, it's too salty. I think the more relevant point is that he's dead, so he can't drink it.
I think the even more relevant point is that even if he was alive, he can't drink all that.
Right. Whatever, just do something about this stream.
Leave it to me, Miss Lynn.
Thanks, Missile.
Now, if I could just not mess this up. Oh my god, please.
That is like, that's extreme freaking timing.
Thank you.
There we go.
We're gonna run out of time because of that. Watch.
Yeah. Because of me figuring things out and all.
Okay, so what can Sussel do? Sussel can turn the wheel. Move the hook. Open the fuse box.
Alright, well, we could turn the wheel. So by closing this valve, I shut off the steam flow to that first pipe. Oh no, the water's getting really close now. Not that I can see all that well with all the steam here. Missile will switch the pipes around so you can get across.
That's right. Don't give up, Miss Lynn.
Back is really starting to hurt. Guess that's what we got
It
to
is
do and all that.
amazing that she's died the most ridiculous ways, and yet she is living here, like...
Right.
Pretty crazy. Anyways, yeah. As the game said, switch the pipes around. Question is, how do we do this? The first pipe is, doesn't let out any steam because of the wheel that Sussel turned.
Right.
So whatever's there doesn't let out any steam.
Alright.
Well, maybe we should watch how the steam even...
Okay. So you need to put, there's a lot of steam that goes up and all, we need to put it up somewhere.
Like whatever steam. Yeah. Does it look any different this way?
Yep, there we go.
Look at this. If I swap the pipes.
Changes how the steam comes out, huh? Oh, I get it, because the cracks in each pipe are different, right? So each pipe sprays out the steam in a different way, eh? I bet that will come in handy. Alrighty.
Okay, what's the steam look like now? Okay.
No.
I switched these around.
Yeah, no. Ow.
Where do you want this pipe?
Hmm.
It sprays steam both up and down.
Up high, I think? No, wait.
Up and down, both high and super low.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where we need to put this thing.
Like, steam goes like way up here and then way down here.
No, where else can we move it, though, is what I'm like trying to think. Or is this all our spots?
Well, no, because this steam is,
God damn it.
yeah, I'm not surprised that happened.
We couldn't take a little warm mist? Hey, that was no warm mist. It was boiling hot steam. Anyway, it looks like you're the key player for this one, Missile.
But I don't think my powers alone are going to be enough. Alright, first things first. Turn this pipe off. Or,
Okay.
turn the thing.
Nothing comes out. Oh, right. God
Yeah,
damn it,
nothing comes
Omar.
out this
Nothing comes
pipe.
out the first pipe.
Alright, let's check out the steam. You got a good idea?
Yeah. Yeah, we already know. Put the first one up on the top. No, well,
Or,
okay.
Are we gonna... Oh. Actually, what does this pipe look like? Raise a little
Okay.
downwards, and that's it.
Put the first one on the bottom, like, up in the sky.
This
No, not
this one
the-
right here? Oh, wait, can you see my mouse?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that one.
Okay, so you want this where again?
High.
Up here?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think the stream shows my mouse, but yeah, Coco can see it.
No, it doesn't. There, how does that look? Looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way. Okay, it's not far now. Try to move forward. Ouch. Look up there. If I can just make it to that door, we can escape. Now, how in the world am I going to get up there? Don't yell at me.
If you want to yell, you can yell at me.
Missile? How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it?
I mean, you just did.
I think you just did.
Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with.
Yeah, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so gently to the top with. Hey, are you being sarcastic? Alright. See what we can do here.
There's something to get her up here.
Hook.
Yeah, by far the easiest parts of this whole section.
Wow. Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, raise away.
Yoshi,
Sorry, I can't do it.
Yoshi.
Yeah, open it, hurry. Is that any way to ask for something?
Alright.
Fine, please. It's no use.
Man, that is the phrase of the day, isn't it?
It's no use. It's no use. It's no juice. I can't budge it. It must be stuck.
Too much juice. Or water.
Yeah. Is water wet? Oh no.
I give this section a 7.8 out of 10.
Yeah, too much water.
Yeah. Well, game over.
No. This way.
She just got she just got dragged under.
Yoink. What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down to the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up, to find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. Is that the end of the chapter? Okay, yeah. Ugh, alrighty.
Man,
That was like 2 hours long.
I'm tempted to just keep on going. Well, it
wanna
wasn't
risk-
2 hours long. We've been doing this since like 9.
Yeah,
But
it's 3 hours now. Let's say, do you want to risk like the other chapter being as long as this one though?
let's see. Yeah, I think we can finish the game.
Alright, fuck it.
It'll
then.
probably
Let's
be a
go.
while, but I'm fine with it.
Don't you have to wake up early though, as you said?
Yeah. Okay, so I think yeah, we might call it here. Now
Yeah.
now as a consequence of this, next stream will be not super short, but it'll probably be kind of short in comparison to this.
But I might have an idea of what to extend it if it's like super short and all. Like I might try to come up with an idea or something.
I mean, I might just end up cutting the stream short then and there. You know, we'll figure it out then.
Yeah.
That being said, what would be a good time to do this? I'm gonna check. Let me check my calendar.
Honestly, yeah, I know why I feel a bit more fatigued now than usual. My brain was screwing up there because I hadn't eaten anything yet. That makes sense.
Yeah, I gotta eat too.
Let's say, don't underestimate the energy that food gives you and all that.
No promises, but I might be able to finish this tomorrow.
Alrighty.
And if not
I would
tomorrow, then probably Thursday.
Alrighty. I won't tell Twitter I won't know anything about it until like, oh, it's guaranteed or whatever.
It mostly kind of depends on how I'm feeling right then and there.
Yeah.
But it should be fine, I think.
Right.
But yeah, with that being said, we'll call a stream here, and I was hoping
Yeah,
we'd
thank
finish
you.
up today, but oh well. We can finish up next.
Yeah.
We can finish up next stream.
Yeah, but thank you all for tuning in and all that. And, don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave feedback by liking, disliking, or comment. Subscribe if you want to be notified of more of content and all that crap, and especially the highlights I'm working on. Check out my channel if you want to see like the stuff I get into and all that. May the Lord bless you all, and yeah, peace out, everyone.
Yeah. Oh yes, about the highlights. They probably won't be out until like sometime after we're done with these streams, but oh well.
Alright.
But
Yeah.
regardless, they'll be out. They'll be out soon enough.
Yep. Alrighty.
Yeah, see you later.
See ya, everyone. Peace.